Well, hi everybody. This is an interesting exercise. I test two cars, and what I was going to do is to tell you which one was the best. So I took the Tesla 3 Highland for a drive, and I took the Seal Dynamic for a drive. So the Seal Dynamic is the one that's the $51,000 one, and the Tesla 3 was about 65, 66 on the road. So there is a big difference. However, there is Seals with bigger motors and faster and all that, but fundamentally I think the Seal will drive the same other than the acceleration, I suppose. But anyway, I thought, okay, I'm going to drive two, and I'll say this one's better than that one. It wasn't as easy as that. So the first one I took out was on a hot day, or they're both hot days, was a Tesla 3. So I think what we'll do is just watch the videos of the test drives first, and then I will try and explain my dilemma in trying to pick which one is best, if that makes sense. Anyway, I hope you're not too bored with this, so let's have a look at this. This is a Tesla 3. Well, there's not a lot I can say about this. It's really, really, really nice. It's much better than I thought it was. It's certainly better than the Y. And I'm not having any trouble with the blinkers that people say that you might have. The only problem I got, it's a little bit hot in here, and I don't know why. So I've got the air conditioner on pretty high, I think. I don't know what temperature it's on low. It might just be the screen, but it's got seat cooling, so the seat's cool. It's pretty wild, and it accelerates pretty good. It's got great pickup. So I've been driving this for about half an hour or so, and here we go. I've been driving this for about a half an hour or so, and actually I'll just change. I've been driving for about a half an hour or so, and all I can say is it's really, really nice. It's nicer than the Y, it's nicer than the old 3, it's nicer than the Addo 3. It's different because it's lower and that. It's surprisingly good. Oh, pickup for a standing start is brilliant. It's certainly a lot faster than the Addo 3. It's very comfortable to drive. The steering wheel feels great. The blinkers through a roundabout don't seem to be an issue. All in all, it's a really nice car. It just feels like a nice car. The one pedal driving is a little bit difficult to kind of get used to, but I'm sure you would after a while. Certainly you need to do something about that screen. It's hot. I'm really pleased that I got and the Seal's got the same top as well, so you have to screen both. Wow. I know I'm saying wow a lot. It really is surprising. I mean, when I drove the Y, I wasn't impressed. I felt like it was in control, but I feel like I'm driving this. Yeah, Chris, how you going? Guess what I'm driving? No, the Tesla 3. Unbelievable. Hey, listen, I'll give you a ring back because I'm live. I'm not live, but I'm filming at the moment, so I'll give you back. So the blinkers aren't a problem. The blinkers are quite intuitive, actually. I thought they'd be a bit of a pain, but you kind of find them pretty quick. Looking here for the speed is not a problem. It's actually clear. Although I'm looking forward to the heads-up display in the seal to see that's better. Wow, the pickup, this is just the rear-wheel drive, and the pickup in this is really good. I really don't know what more I can do. I mean, you're either driving it or you're not driving, aren't you? So it's comfortable to drive. The seat's in the right position. The steering wheel's in the right position. Everything feels kind of handy. I'll go through all this stuff. But everything's in the right place. As I said, the only issue. What was that? The only issue is it's hot. Seat's cool, but the cabin's hot, and I've got it on low, and I've got it at 9. You can probably hear the fan going. So that's the only issue, and if I got one, I'd definitely put a cover up there. It's not as rough on the road as the Y. The Y was very even the later model was very you felt every bump. This is actually quite a comfortable ride. Really is an easy car to drive. So I saw Tesla Tom driving it, and he was kind of bubbling on about how great it was, and I thought, oh, yeah, it's Tesla Tom. He's got to be nice to Tesla. But I tell you what, he's absolutely right. It is an unbelievable car to drive. Sorry, Tom, if you took that offence to that. Not that you listen to my channel, of course, but anyway. Just enjoyable to drive. I mean, the Atto 3, my Atto 3, it's very comfortable to drive because I'm so used to it. But this is a surprise, an absolute surprise. I thought I wouldn't like it, to be honest, because I wasn't real. I liked the Y size, but I didn't like how it drove. Yeah, I liked the Y size, but I didn't like how it drove, and I thought the 3 would be the same. I thought it would feel small. It does not feel small. And I've got to say, I'm a fan. I am an actual fan of the Tesla 3. Okay, I'm going to end it there. Well, as you can see, I was pretty wrapped in the Tesla 3, and it was incredible to drive. I really enjoyed driving it. It was like a little go-kart. It was a great car to drive. Yeah, if Santa Claus puts one in my garage, I'll be happy. Anyway, so next I took the Seal Dynamic for a drive. I was a little bit disappointed because I was hoping to get the performance or the premium, the more better accelerating one. But it's probably good that I test drove this because I can also tell you how it compares with the 803, because the 803 is kind of a competitor. Anyway, let's have a look at the Seal. So it's just like the 803, isn't it?
Pretty much.
I mean, as far as the steering and everything goes too. Oh, it goes good. And can you put the seat on cool, or is it already on cool? Yeah, I can feel that now. I couldn't feel it. Oh, yeah. It drives really good. It drives really well. There's a lot more acceleration in it than I thought. I mean, really, it's only like 0.2 of a second behind an 803. The 803 is pretty quick. It's very quiet. The air conditioning is very quiet. It's very comfortable, isn't it?
There's plenty of leg room, that's for sure.
Yeah, surprising, isn't it? I thought it was, frankly, I thought it was going to be a sedan, and it is a sedan, but I thought it was going to be tiny.
Yeah.
Compare it. I was very impressed with the Tesla yesterday when I drove it, and I've got to say, this is just as good. For me, it's better because it's like, I'm comfortable where everything is. With it, I mean, that's not Tesla's fault. So let's see what the roundabout's like, shall we? Whoops.
Oh.
That's fast.
That's pretty fast, huh?
This actually feels like it. Obviously, it must be just the way it feels, but it feels like it accelerates better than the Atto.
I think so. Just from my little bit of a drive.
It's got the same. It's got the same motor. It's got the same battery as the Atto, isn't it?
Correct.
Beats me. And what's really good is the ride. You'd really have to think whether you want to spend the 10 grand to get the bigger battery and the bigger motor. Or the 20 grand to get the two motors and the,
With the premium and the performance, you get the heads-up display too.
Oh, that's weird. That glass isn't very hot. I couldn't touch the Tesla glass. I could touch it, but it burn you,
It is hot outside today too.
34 degrees, according to this. It's very quiet. Okay, let's see what this does. That's pretty cool. That's about what the Atto, well, probably a little bit better than the Atto, but I know on paper it's not supposed to. But
They've got really good pickup.
It's got very good pickup. So I've been driving for about half an hour, as I just said, and it's a really nice car to drive. And that's a nice car. But it really feels great. It does actually feel much better. It feels much better than the 803. Now, you all know what I thought of the 803. But I think it might be because it's lower and the suspension's different. I suppose the 803 drives like an SUV, and this drives like a sedan. That's fast. That's really For a small motor and a small battery, for something that's 15 grand cheaper than the Tesla 3. Who would prefer the Tesla to drive than this to drive? I honestly don't know. So you can see my dilemma. I mean, I really like driving the Seal and I really like driving the Tesla. They're both really good cars to drive. And, you know, I really can't tell you which one's better because they're just so different. I mean, the Tesla's like a little go-kart. The Tesla drives, really direct, and it's a really nice direct car to drive. The Seal's a very luxurious car, and it's fast, and it's comfortable, and it's got all the bells and whistles. So, you really can't say which one's better. Well, I can't say. I'm sure there's people out there who are going to say which one's better, but they're just different. So I've seen a lot of motoring press say that the Seal could be the Tesla 3 killer. It's not a Tesla 3 killer. A Tesla 3 killer implies that Tesla 3 people will like the Seal and will prefer the Seal to the Tesla 3. I don't think that's the case. I'll tell you who the Seal will kill and bring into the fold electric car people, and that is the ICE cars. So it's a great car for someone who wants to get into an electric car because it's $50,000. It looks unreal. It's luxurious inside. I don't think there's any ICE car for $50,000 that comes close in its performance, in its handling, in the features. So I wouldn't be, if I was Elon Musk, I wouldn't be worried about the Seal. I'd probably be worried about BYD in the longer term, but I don't think the Seal is going to fight Tesla for some sort of a small market. I think the Seal is going to grow the market as Tesla is growing the market, and the Seal will bring new people into the market. Now, some of those new people may say, "Oh, well, I'll spend the money and get the Tesla," because then they say, "Well, the Tesla's okay." But tell me, as far as the sedan goes, who makes a sedan for $50,000 that is as good as a Seal? Nobody. And if you want more performance, you've got the Premier. The Premier's got a bigger motor and bigger battery and a longer range. And if you want more performance again, you got the Performance. So really what I'm trying to say is the Tesla and the Seal are in my view, are two totally different cars and would appeal to different people. And what I mean by that, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Struggling to find the right words, but they're both electric cars. So therefore they're competitors because they're both electric cars. But they're different electric cars, and I think they appeal to a different segment of the market. And I think with people moving away from ICE cars and coming to electric cars, it gives them a choice. It gives them a choice. So I'm probably rambling on a bit. So before I say anything, plenty of room in both. The Tesla does have a bigger boot space, which is good to have a bigger boot space. But inside, getting in and out, the back seat, the front seat, the feeling of space inside, they're both the same. I think the Seal. Okay, how about this? I think the Seal is going to be a very, very popular car, but it won't be at the expense of Tesla. So I think both the Tesla and the Seal will be number 1 and number 2, selling cars. Sedans, I should say. Number 1 and number 2, sedans. You know, obviously the SUVs are different, and the tradie trucks and all those are going to be different. But as far as sedans go, if someone's in the market for a sedan, I think they'll probably get like 50% of the market. I mean, who's coming close to either of them?